Well, good morning, gang. Trash Man here from Trash is Treasures, where old things get a second chance. Been working at trying to get this video up and going, and kept quitting on me. Apparently, you got to clean out your iPhone once in a while. And since I've never done that, that stuff that's been in there for 3-4 years of pictures and videos and whatnot, a bunch of stuff, messages and everything. So I've been last half hour plus cleaning out my phone here so I got some space. I guess that's what it meant when it gave me the warning last night that my iCloud was running out of room, and I'm thinking, I don't use iCloud. What the hell is that? So, old dude learning new technology, right? Okay, so yesterday was our very first video officially made for YouTube, I guess we'll call it that way. Less than 24 hours, we had almost 100 views. We got 20 subscribers already. I need the subscribers. I need them subscriptions up. So let's keep them subscribed. Bless your hearts out there for following along. I'm going. I was a little nervous and on stuff and approaching it too much. And you know what? I think probably approaching it more like my manager brain of 30 years of managing. So I'm just going to be me. I'm going to have fun. Heck with it. Other than I'm going to try to watch my language because YouTube makes me say, is this kid friendly or what? And we all know my language isn't the best. But I'm just going to be myself, and that's that. And just like we were doing all along on the Facebook side of it, we were doing it. Let's have some fun. That being said, my very first shout out here on from a business side of things on our YouTube channel to Ida and Daryl Church. Kaleidoscope of Times here in Greenville, Kaleidoscope of Times 2 in Edmore. Hooked me up really well with today's project, which we'll get to here in a minute. But I want to give them a big shout out, and great people, very nice people. And like most any businesses, and I always told my crews going all along, the only thing different between them and us is you, as the people. Shelly and I had been going to Kaleidoscope here in Greenville for years. Love the place. The people are fantastic. Nice folks. You'll love the place as far as looking at old stuff. You'll spend so much time in there going things. And I'm not saying this because we have a booth in there now, although do check out our booth. I appreciate anything we can and help. Some of the projects you'll see coming along here will be in our booth there at that antique mall. But stop in there and see the girls, and you'll see what I mean. Tell them Dave here, the Trash Man, sent you. They'll take care of you. So with that being said on here, remember, I'm just a novice. I'm having fun. These are the things I do since the old virus there took away my dream job, and I am officially currently unemployed, other than unless you want to call here working in the Trash Man shop employed. But I enjoy doing this stuff. We'll learn some tricks. I don't know everything. If you know some things that you see we're working on it, please share your comments so my followers and watchers can learn right along with me. Like what kind of wood is it? And like the piece we're going to look at today. Is there a name for it? Is it a certain kind of this or that? When I'm done with it, what's it worth? I've been getting some lectures by a handful of people that we know. People who've been watching my videos on Facebook know I'm into steamer trunks because I really love doing steamer trunks. So you'll see me doing a few of those if I get my fingers on some more. But you have some input, please share it so we can all learn some stuff together. It might help out the next person. Hey, that person may help you out on something. So we got some very knowledgeable folks that are already following us. So let's go over to here. Yesterday I showed you all them pieces that were laying on the big bench. And this little knick-knack shelf we got all sanded down with some of them little grooves there. It took me a while. It took me a few hours actually, but got her all stained up yesterday afternoon and got her clear coated last night, and now she is ready to be sold and head on out to a new owner. So just wanted to show you. I like doing these little ones also because when I'm into bigger projects, occasionally I'll get into some areas where I have to wait on whatever, something to dry, this or that, and so some other things I can work on. Now, our new project, Ida and Daryl took care of me on this, hooked me up. Check this out. I do things that are a little different, something that catches my eye and I find intriguing. I said, that looks like it's going to be fun to do. I like this old dresser. It's about 30 inches wide. It's a little better than 4 foot tall. Things that I liked were the wood grain. Yes, she's scratched up and nicked up, but hey, that's what we do, right? But I loved the grain in this. Was really, really nice. And I like the ornate pieces on this. Yeah, and there's some pretty cool parts to this. And also, the old keyhole drawers, and we have the key. And yeah, I didn't try them all, but the couple of drawers I tried, yes, they still work. Now, we got some 4 out of the 5 drawer bottoms all need work. You can see down through them. So we got some work to do on that. Well, let me pull this one on out of here. Oh, look at that. Oh, yeah, we got a lot of work to do on that bottom, right? MIA. No, I've already taken that apart because I lack patience. One of the cool things I thought is just to, as you can see where it gets back where it's supposed to be, and when the drawer sits where it's supposed to be sitting, they have these wood dowel rods that are in here, and you put in and then sliced right down flat spotted, so the drawer is like the dowel rods are the stopper. You can come on down here, you can see some of these stoppers are missing. So we have that to do to fix this. The top here is pulled off. I can almost put my fingers in under top, so we have that to repair. The drawers to repair. Something else that I didn't particularly care for is now pull this one out of here so we can light it up a little bit. I try not to get you too dizzy filming this, but you can see how the bolts stick in. I personally wouldn't care for that putting my clothes in. I can see them snagging on them long bolts there. So that's something else we're going to take care of on this. Also, when I was unloading this yesterday, this dresser did have the old metal caster wheels that are no longer present either. So as far as that, well, you know me, I'm an auction, yard sale, pack rat geek, and whoa, look, you right there. The trash man has a set of the old metal wheels. So we will be installing them on this dresser so we can get it back to original as we can. Now, which brings me to my tip of the day. We get to sand all that. Now, if you're like me, I used to look at it and say, oh, that stuff's what makes a piece, the ornate pieces. I'm not huge on stripping stuff because it just, it's messy. And then you still got to sand it anyway. So, depending on, unless this would have been painted or multiple layers of stuff, well, then, yeah, we'd be in strip zone today. But, of course, it's cold out there, like winter again instead of May. But we are not going to be stripping this. We're going to sand stuff down. Now, I actually saw a store that restores furniture, and you don't even want to know what they charge to restore stuff. It's 4 digits plus. But this is where I saw this. Now, for getting into these cracks and stuff, I got this off of Amazon. You have to get multiples of them and stack them in there. I'm going to say this cost me $40. Now, I tried it out on a little table, and to my eyes, it looks like it didn't do a blankety blank thing. So at this point, I'm looking at it saying I threw $40 out the window. But I'm not ready. Well, of course, I own it, so I'm stuck with it, so I'm not ready to call it quits yet. Maybe way down in the fine cracks or something that we will see. What I did find is a 3M roll lock bristle, yellow. All these little fingers in here works extremely well. I originally tried this on with my cordless drill, not enough RPMs. I would go to an electric drill where I can do anything high speed, or if you have air, you can use a die grinder and put it in that way where anything you got speed to do these ornate pieces. Works very well with that, and it also works very well when you're doing spindles and stuff. There's my trash man's tip of the day. You can pick these up at an auto parts store, and I can tell you it costs tax and all about $12. but it'll be $12 well worth, all the time that you're going to spend on doing something like this if you like to get into that kind of stuff. We all learn, we all go, and that's what I hope to share it with. So if everybody keeps sharing stuff on here, because hey, there's people who are influential in our lives, right? Old Pete Hartzell, when I was a young kid, gave me my work ethic, taught me everything I know about gardening. Old Bill Hibbett's out there, another mentor there when I was in my late teens, got me painting stuff, and that's what got me into the cars and the body work. And I've been masking and painting since I was knee-high to a grasshopper, thanks to Bill Hibbett's. And then, other people with a huge influence in my life that 30 years later, I'm going to say is still one of my best friends, is old Charlie Hoskins. Got me and saw something in me and my work ethic and say, hey, let's make him a service manager. And my old buddy up there in New York, 30 years later, we're still best of friends. We talk almost every day, and them three gentlemen were a huge influence on my life. The best part is, everybody says I have such a creative mind. I am pretty good at figuring stuff out. I'm very creative when it comes to designs and colors and stuff, and that comes from my mom. And sometimes you'll hear my little brother say, when I get frustrated with a piece, he'll say, bear down and use that talent that's in your soul that your mother gave you. So pretty big advice, and there's some pretty inspirational people in my life. And even at this, it was after the whole deal of the virus and my job's not going to be calling me back, I was pretty depressed for a couple of days. But my wife Shelly's like, we'll be just fine. And that was, and she probably doesn't realize how much that meant and or felt to have her backing, reassurance, and just as a person made me feel better there. So lean on the people that are out there. There's some good folks in your life. Sometimes you might not see it, or if you do see it, make sure you let them know how important they are to you. With that being said, I'm chomping at the bit to get going on this here dresser, so I got to get a lot of stuff tore apart, so I'm going to start getting drawers put back in, and once I get a little better at some of this, and I'll keep going and show you on here. Keep sharing this, keep viewing this. Let's get my channel built up for me. Appreciate y'all. Love you. Peace out.